This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday. We almost made it the whole week, March 26th.
What do you mean almost made it? That's very ominous. Almost.
We made it.
I feel like we have a good shot.
We do have a good shot. Al and I are here in the studios, but we do want to shout out our fellow co-hosts. They are safe and sound at home. We are live, bringing you the latest in what's going on in this crazy world, and hopefully a few laughs along the way. We're all in this together, and we do want to hear from you. So please send us your stories. I've been hearing from so many of you, and comments. Just go to our social pages, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. And remember, I do this shrug thing. Together, we got this. Okay, moving on. How about we start with some headlines? You want to do that?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, the effects of the pandemic are wreaking havoc on people's jobs. With so many businesses across the country closed, unemployment claims have jumped.
That was a donuts place.
A record amount. So more than 3 million last week alone. Thankfully, last night, the Senate unanimously passed the $2 trillion stimulus package. So how soon will you see that money, that $1,200 check? Well, according to Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin, direct payments could be issued within 3 weeks. I know a lot of you are thinking, well, rent and mortgage comes up before that.
Yeah.
So perhaps we could talk.
I didn't like the word could in there either.
Yeah.
That's what I do as a parent when my kids like want to go somewhere. I'm like, oh, we could stop by.
And then it's always an option.
Yeah, I didn't say we would.
And then it's like, oh, okay, I can't get mad at that. Meantime, with more than 1,000 deaths so far in the United States, cases continue to soar in New York, where they're now setting up these makeshift morgues with refrigerated tents and trucks. America's favorite doc, Dr. Fauci, is warning that the virus might become cyclical. So here's what he had to say about it. Let's take a look.
What we're starting to see now in the Southern Hemisphere, in Southern Africa, and in the Southern Hemisphere countries is that we're having cases that are appearing as they go into their winter season. And if, in fact, they have a substantial outbreak, it will be inevitable that we need to be prepared that we'll get a cycle around the second time.
So, I get it, kind of a bummer to hear from Dr. Fauci because he is the most, according to many polls, trusted individual right now in America. But the flu, it became cyclical, but once we have the vaccine, we'll be more prepared.
Yes,
Right now we have nothing.
Just one time, I just want some good news. I really thought he was going to be like, as the winter season, it's going to be bad, but Santa will come and save it. Like, I was really hoping he was going to come out of left field with something.
Like, what if he was just like, but I'm Tom Cruise?
This is real life, Tori. There are no miracle cures. It takes a while for scientists. This isn't a movie where we can get this done in 90 minutes. It takes some months to get a vaccine, test it, roll it out, make enough vaccines for everybody. So it's going to take a while. So what we need to do is listen to what the doctors are saying in the meantime. We will get through this.
Yes, we're stronger than anything. We as Americans can do this. Come on, people. We as the world can do this. Trying to give some energy to you today. Yes? Yeah. All right. With so much of the country shut down, there are different rules about which businesses can remain open because they are essential. So liquor stores across the country are still up and running, except in Pennsylvania. For some reason, that's according to CNN. But you know what's still open there? Marijuana dispensaries. Meantime, in Los Angeles, they tried to close gun shops, but the sheriff's department decided to shelve that idea, so you can still go buy a gun in LA. Some other interesting examples include in Arizona, golf courses can stay open. A lot of golfers in Arizona.
It makes sense.
And of course, in Delaware, florists can still deliver
I don't know about that.
flowers. Not sure about that, Delaware.
They lost me with the last one, but it makes sense, and that you're going to keep the things open for the people that probably help your campaign fund every year. So I'm sure gun shops put money in the pockets of the politicians they want. I'm sure in Arizona, a major retirement place, our own senior producer, Chris, is a big golfer.
Big golfer.
You want to keep them happy because golfers got money. So you keep the golf courses open. You listen to the people that vote for you and give you money. So I think that's what we're seeing. And I think that's kind of politics as usual. And it's not really that off-putting. It's just, it is what it is. Money changes things.
Tell me about Delaware and their local florists.
I don't know
that
what that is. But I think any sense is just say, start with, tell me about Delaware. I think I'm out.
Tell me one thing.
Yeah.
It's a great state.
Can you tell me anything about Delaware?
It's just got a good, gracious people in it.
What's the capital?
capital, Delaware City.
No.
All right, with fear gripping a lot of the country right now, people are capitalizing on it. The FBI arrested a man last night who claimed to have a patent-pending cure to the coronavirus. He was allegedly trying to deliver those pills to an undercover agent when he was arrested. He even claimed that Magic Johnson was an investor in his business. So with scams on the rise, we've got your back. We got some tips from the Federal Trade Commission to help keep you and your money safe. So first off, we want to ignore online offers for any vaccination and home test kits. There are currently, and I'm going to say this in bold, no vaccines, pills, potions, lotions, or lozenges that treat or cure the COVID-19 disease or the coronavirus. Next, know who you're buying from. Online sellers might claim to have those masks that you want, but I want you to make sure you're getting them from a trusted vendor. So maybe look at reviews, check out their score, and then don't respond to text and emails about checks from the government. This is huge. Anyone who says they can get you the money now is a scammer. Finally, watch for any emails claiming to be from the CDC or experts claiming that they have info about the virus. For the most up-to-date info, we want you to visit their websites instead because those are guaranteed. And make sure it's not cdc.com, right? It's cdc.gov. Things like that are important.
Right. We talked about this, I believe it was maybe last week when we were doing the LifeLock segment, when they said let the cursor hover above the email address and make sure it's the email address you want to send it to. One of our incredible producers, Michael Dean, said that he was almost a victim of a scam, or was, and he said the email was so dead on to the emails he had been receiving right up until he purchased his home. It was only a one-letter difference in the name of the company that you would, and it was a strange name anyway. So they're really good. It's not, the email's not going to look ridiculous like a 10-year-old did it.
Yeah.
It's going to look official. So make sure to be extra scrupulous because unfortunately the world is filled with a lot of good people, but all it takes is one bad person sitting at home every day trying to figure out how to take your money.
Very true. Scrupulous is also a fantastic word. Before we go to break, we really want to share with you this heartwarming video. So check out the surprise that awaited a young cancer survivor named Coco as her mom pulled into their neighborhood following her final round of chemo.
Yeah.
Her family and neighbors surprised her with this awesome parade. I love this, with appropriate social distancing, of course. There were posters, balloons, streamers, music. It's some good news in the midst of all this craziness. So we want to say mazel tov and welcome home to Coco.
Yeah, I see what's going on here. The booth's trying to make me cry.
Yep.
Not doing it. They almost got me yesterday. They got you yesterday.
I cried like 4 times yesterday.
Yes, you had some great stories.
No more booth. All right, coming up on DBL, our medical expert and our warrior, Dr. Kohli, is back. She's going to answer some more questions about the coronavirus. You guys are writing in like crazy, so don't go away. Welcome back to DBL. It's Dover. The capital of Delaware is Dover, and I will hear it from my parents for the rest of my life that I forgot that. So I apologize to Delaware. And also, Chris, if we can get an above shot really quickly, if we have that shot, we want to make a correction. 2 days in a row, we've called him senior producer. He's our executive producer. Above shot? No? Can we get it?
Clearly
no?
we can't.
Okay. Oh, there he is.
Yes.
Round of applause. Executive producer. You
but
feel
the thing
better?
is, if no one's here, can't you call yourself whatever you want?
I'm a captain.
Don't be executive king of Zamunda.
Very
Something.
nice. All right, at DBL, we're all about facts. Like we said, we're going to correct that, and not fear, excuse me, and providing information to keep you and your loved ones safe. So Dr. Kohli joins us live again to answer your questions about the coronavirus. I want to get straight to your questions. Hi, Doc.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. We want to ask you from Diana. Dr. Fauci says we need to prepare for another cycle in the fall. Will this second cycle be worse? What can we do to better prepare the second time around?
So great question, Diana. And I know it sounds super scary that it might come back. But trust me, if it does come back, we'll be much more prepared because now we know so much more about the virus. We understand how it spreads. We understand a lot of the biology and science of the condition. And the good news is that if it does come back, some of us will already have gotten the virus and recovered. So we'll be immune to it. That's a concept called herd immunity. So it actually makes the virus less likely to spread as quickly if it does come back. So this reminds me of that scene from Home Alone where Kevin says, when those guys come back, I'll be ready.
Look at Dr.
And I think it's very much
Kohli.
like that. We've seen it now. We know what we're dealing with, and we'll be ready.
All right. Well, speaking of being ready, Lindsay M. writes in and says, I saw a report about leaving our shoes outside because they could carry the virus. Can Dr. Kohli tell us the best way to wear our shoes around the house and outside?
Yeah, so the bottom of our shoes is a surface like any other surface that can pick up the virus, and we don't typically clean the bottoms of our shoes. So you have two options. One is to have your outside shoes and have your inside shoes
Cute.
or slippers. I like slippers. But the second option is to actually take a sanitizing wipe and just quickly wipe down the bottom of your shoe before you come inside. Because if you ended up stepping in, some spit or mucus or something else that could have the virus particles in it, you don't want to be bringing that all over your house.
I was hungry and now I'm no longer. Well, CR wants to know about information he's seeing on Facebook. Here's what he's seeing. Quote, we should gargle warm salt water, drink hot water and hot drinks, get a ton of sun exposure, and do not eat ice cream or anything cold. This is to help prevent you from getting the virus. Doc, how true is this? No.
Not true at all. There is no scientific evidence at all for really any of those behaviors. I mean, you'll feel better if you have a cold when you gargle because it soothes the throat, but it's not going to prevent you from catching the virus. I do recommend getting some sunlight just because that activates the vitamin D inside your body, and vitamin D is involved in immune function. But don't overdo it. Just the normal amount of sunlight, normal exercise.
That's great.
Okay, our next viewer wanted to remain anonymous, which is okay. I thought we were friends and family here. That's
Safe
okay.
space.
They write, I keep hearing that it's okay to go outside and walk in your neighborhood or in the park. However, at the same time, we're hearing that the virus can live in the air upwards of 4 hours. So if somebody's jogging 20 feet in front of you, then you literally go through the same space 10 seconds later. Is it possible to transfer the virus? This is actually a question that I've had too, so I want to hear about this.
Yeah, I think about it too because I walk outside for exercise. So basically the virus was airborne or surviving in the air for 3 hours under very special circumstances where they actually nebulize the particles of the virus into the air. So this really only happens in medical situations like hospitals where they're doing breathing treatments for patients with the virus. We don't think it happens in the community very often. But having said that, your respiratory droplets, the little spit particles or cough or sneeze particles, can stay in the air for several minutes. So I tend to avoid running right behind somebody because their cloud of respiratory droplets can be sitting in the air for several minutes after. So try to change your path so that you're not running directly behind somebody, particularly if it's only a few feet behind them.
My husband and I call it social frogger because we walk our dogs, and if we see another dog walker, we have to social frogger our way around.
That's kind of, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can never, when you're walking, you see somebody at the top of the street, you're like, dang.
Yeah, I'm like, darn it.
Yeah, I got to walk in the middle of the street. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Now, before we go, we do want to leave you with some good news. In fact, we're going to start doing this every day. The doctor is on. We want to call it, make a sound after this, the doctor's silver lining.
Yes, Lord.
That was awful. There's data coming out of New York that social distancing is working. So, Doc, tell us a little of the doctor's silver lining.
So I have two silver linings and thoughts to think about today. The first is, we're trying to avoid other people right now, not breathe their air. But remember, at the end of the day, we're all connected by our air. So let's not forget that once we get through this, we're still connected to each other through that air. So let's not let this time period affect how we interact with each other permanently. And the second silver lining is some new data that's come out of New York City. Governor Cuomo shared with us yesterday that social distancing is working. So we're seeing the first signs that it's actually slowing the spread. So the rate of doubling of the cases in New York has gone from doubling every 2 days to doubling every 4 days.
Oh, wow.
So now the rate is slowing down, and hopefully soon we can see them start to go down altogether. So I'm really excited to hear that because it motivated me that I'm doing something right and we're seeing the results now.
That's awesome. Also, Dr. Kohli and Al, I was going to say, someone put on Twitter, when you see emptiness, don't just see emptiness, see it as the whole world in solidarity. And I think that's a good way of seeing it.
All right.
It's a positive way.
that.
Which Trader Joe's bag did you read that on the side of?
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for the sarcasm. Oh, Dr. Kohli, you are the best. You do return tomorrow. Please keep writing in. If you have questions about the coronavirus you want answered by the doc, write into us. You can also email info@dailyblastlive.com or DM me on Instagram. I've been getting a ton of those. And if you want more information about the coronavirus, please go to cdc.gov or the World Health Organization's website. And like we always say, and as the doc tells us to, no panic, just prevention and precautions because it's working. Am I right? She's going to say yes.
It's working, guys.
Yes. All right. Thanks so much. We'll be right back.
We all know that
Welcome back to DBL. Ariana Grande and Taylor Swift are giving back to their cash-strapped fans impacted by the coronavirus crisis. So Ariana secretly Venmo'd between $500 and $1,000 to more than 20 fans struggling financially during the government-forced shutdown. And Taylor Swift, not so secretly, gifted some of her fans $3,000 through PayPal. Some Swifties tweeted the transactions with Taylor, responding to one, "Holly, you have always been there for me. I want to be there for you right now. I hope this helps. Love, Taylor. Now,
I would decline that thing was a scam.
Taylor Swift is sending me $3,000.
There's
Okay.
no way I would think that was real.
Like, no way. But I do have to say, Britney Spears also said, if you need help with diapers, baby formula, please DM me and I'll find a way to help you. They're doing more than the government. They're getting it faster. Why not digitally somehow direct deposit? 3 weeks to me is a little too late for rent.
Yeah, they keep
and
talking about
mortgage.
get the checks out. They're like, this is 1985, and there's like a woman with her glasses at the end of her nose trying to go through checks. It's like, just when the government wants their money, they're pretty efficient about
They're
letting
swift.
you know it.
Taylor
yeah,
Swift.
so there we go.
Thank you.
Taylor Swift did get the checks out faster, so
Do you
maybe
think-
we need to follow her model.
I know, but which is worse, being public or private about it? Does it matter? Does it matter?
Maybe you can say I'm trying to spread goodwill, but also it is a PR move.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you do something good, that's public relations too. It shouldn't just always be if you had to get a DUI.
Yeah.
So you can put out there that you're doing something good. So I'm all for it.
Okay, so we're okay with both.
Yes, that's all
Send
right.
us money as well. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
DBL Nation, what's going on? Brandon London here from my apartment, and I know you all are practicing self-distancing as well, so together We're going to help try and contain this virus as much as possible, and then let the doctors and the scientists, let them do what they have to do. But right now, what have you guys been up to? I miss you all. I miss being on set. I miss the comments from Facebook and all of our live stream platforms, and reading you guys, messing with me, jazzing with me a bit. So what have you been up to? Follow me on social media at Brandon London TV. Hit me up. I'll interact. But listen, do not tag me in a 10-day push-up challenge. I'm not doing 10 push-ups, all right? You will get unfriended so fast if you tag me in that push-up challenge. But on other news, life is great. Hit me up. Talk to you guys soon. Miss you all.
B. London.
I miss him so much.
It's just, everything's just different. And I guess now we're getting used to it being different, but yeah, it's just like, there's my friend there.
I know. I miss his, like, I'm not going to do your push-ups. Life is good.
Yeah, that's Brandon in a nutshell. Nice exposed brick in his apartment, too.
I do like the brick and the chandelier in the kitchen.
Did you notice? Can we just talk about something?
What?
We'll talk about it
Great.
later.
I'm glad you're listening.
I got to wrap.
You got to wrap. I'm glad you're listening. We know a lot of you are stuck inside, but you can still do some shopping without leaving your home. We did find you some of the hottest items at the lowest prices. This might give you a distraction. Check it out.
We've teamed up with MorningSave.com to shop these hot items at the lowest prices. Now first, this is the Cuisinart Advantage Color Collection 12-piece knife set. The set includes 6 knives and 6 knife covers made from high-quality stainless steel. Normally as much as $50, today it's only $17, savings up to 66%. Now this is the all-in-one smartwatch and fitness tracker. It notifies you of calls, texts, and so much more. Normally as much as $150, now it's $39, savings up to 74% off. Check out the iJoy Bar Hi-Fi Fabric wireless Bluetooth speaker. This soundbar speaker is a perfect portable speaker for your patio. As much as $72 normally, now it's just $19, savings up to 74% off. Lastly, we have the Palm NRG 5-piece Ultimate Heat Therapy Set. The set includes 1 back pouch, 2 pocket packs, 1 back pad, and 1 neck and shoulder pad. It's normally as much as $250. Now it's just $29, savings up to 88% off. So head over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com on your smartphone.
Yeah, I like that stuff. Now, reminder, we're on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Someone just wrote on Facebook, they're listening, don't worry, be happy. Let's be all,
right.
Don't worry, be happy. Bye, guys.